Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Marvel released a big one sheet for Captain America Civil War, just showing out what some of the teams are, pretty much what we expected. And the Russos were talking a lot about their Spider-Man character, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Just to start with Spider-Man stuff, the big question with this Tom Holland version of Spider-Man, the new trilogy, is how is he different from all the other versions of Spider-Man, from Andrew Garfield, from Tobey Maguire? And what they said is they try to take a much more personal approach, even more personal, I think, than Sam Raimi's take on the character with Tobey Maguire. I feel like the first Spider-Man movie, the first Tobey Maguire movie, was a much more personal Spider-Man movie than The Amazing Spider-Man was. But remember, this is all happening inside of a Captain America movie, so tonally, this is much more in line with Marvel's movies, which I actually think is perfect for the Spider-Man character. He's kind of like the lawful good version of Deadpool, someone who doesn't kill people, but wisecracks with the best of them. I cannot wait to see him in a room with Tony Stark. Tony Stark is like the Spider-Man of the Avengers, the wisecracker, which is funny because Spider-Man was actually part of the Avengers for a long time. I know a lot of you have been asking, where is he? Why haven't they shown us pictures of him? Kevin Feige did confirm that they're finishing CG on the suit. That was a little while ago, so practically they just weren't ready to put him in a trailer. But I think that they're probably going to end up doing the Luke Skywalker thing where they keep him out of all the marketing materials so that he's a big surprise when you finally see him in the movie. The Russos did say that their color palette for the character was different, but they're just talking about the way they shoot him. So go back and watch some of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the way they shoot those movies, the way he looks as he's moving through the frame. Then look at Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, some of the differences there. And then watch Captain America Winter Soldier and look at how the camera moves and how the camera follows Captain America in that. Like the opening 10 minutes of Winter Soldier where he's jumping all over the ship trying to take all those people down, that's actually some pretty badass Spider-Man moves. It's just that Captain America is bashing everyone with his shield. If you weren't clear though, this version of Spider-Man that we're going to see in Captain America Civil War is about 15 years old, freshman in high school, so that the new films will follow him through each year of high school. And then we'll see what they do with the character. Obviously he's going to be part of Infinity War, but that's going to happen way before the third Spider-Man in the new trilogy happens. But the really cool thing about Sony and Marvel sharing the character is that things that happen to Spider-Man in Marvel movies will affect things that happen in the Spider-Man solo films. So if he gets his ass handed to him by Thanos in Infinity War, you will feel the punch all the way in the next solo Spider-Man film after that. Now the good news is that the first solo Spider-Man film is going to be out 2017, so we're not going to have to wait too long to find out what crossovers are going to look like. Like something is going to happen to him in Civil War, he'll learn about the Avengers, he'll get some gear from Tony Stark, we'll see how the first solo Spider-Man film addresses that within a year. That to me is the most exciting thing about Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is that normally what you would see is they might use him in Captain America Civil War, but when they get to the solo Spider-Man film, the director of that movie would just be like, well, that's somebody else's movie, I don't want to deal with the stuff that they did, so I'm just going to tell my own story, we're not even going to address what happened. So there will be Civil War aftershocks felt in the first solo Spider-Man film. We just don't know how much. Moving into more Civil War stuff, look at this big one sheet showing off what the teams are. Now obviously there are more characters in this, but this is just giving you an idea for who is on what side. What you're looking at here is the new Avengers at each other's throats. I love the idea that we're going to see Ant-Man versus Black Widow. Obviously he's Ant-Man on this, probably going to be Giant Man in a big giant action set piece. We have Vision versus Scarlet Witch, which is actually canon to the comics. It makes sense because they're the two most powerful members of the Avengers. Captain America versus Iron Man, no surprise there. The one surprise for me is Black Panther going after the Winter Soldier. He could be Team Iron Man at some point in the movie, but the way they pitched the character so far is that he is the neutral third party that doesn't really have any one side. Maybe the Winter Soldier killed his father at some point in history. And they actually did say that they're looking at Ernie Hudson to play his father in the solo Black Panther film. Moving up to the corner here, Falcon versus War Machine. I'm interested to see who takes War Machine down in this scene. Yeah, I think Captain America is going to go down hard, but I think they're going to take down War Machine before that happens, just to kind of even the blow, so that no one side walks away feeling like the clear winner. That's the whole point of Civil War, just showing how no one wins when Avenger fights Avenger. Now go back to the left side of this. The curious thing here is that Hawkeye is just drawing his bow, not fighting anybody in this. So don't you wonder if there's supposed to be a Spider-Man in here? Like the dead space right here is where Spider-Man would normally go. Maybe Hawkeye's going after him. We don't really know a lot about what's going on with Hawkeye in the film, only that there's some concept art here based on this cartoon, with Ant-Man riding one of Hawkeye's bows, maybe to infiltrate the Avengers facility or somewhere else. Probably one of the best scenes to come out of the cartoons. So happy, I will lose my shit if they do this scene. Now the Russos did post this image here. It looks like a Spider-Man teaser, like they're teasing his suit, as if the eyes look kind of like camera shutters. That might be Stark Tech, but just keep your eyes peeled for viral Spider-Man marketing when it comes to Civil War stuff. I don't think we're going to see him in any of the official trailers, but they might drop some teasers. Let me know in the comments though, if Spider-Man is going to be getting tech from Iron Man, I mean it kind of implies that he's going to be Team Iron Man, do you think that he's going to be Iron Spider? Do you want them to do that? Or do you want him to have a costume that's more authentic to the original Spider-Man costume? Kevin Feige has said in the past that when we first see Spider-Man, he will be wearing a very homegrown version of the costume, like something a teenager would come up with. So I'm expecting the first costume to look a little bit more like Tobey Maguire's t-shirt Spider-Man costume. I know a lot of you guys have also been asking me about the Doctor Strange trailer. Are they going to attach it to Captain America Civil War? I would be willing to bet money that they attach a Doctor Strange teaser to Captain America Civil War, along with Star Wars Rogue One. They finally dropped some concept art of the Sanctum Sanctorum, so you kind of look around here, like you see the cape, you see some of his artifacts, and a lot of people are thinking, based on what Kevin Feige is saying, that it's not the Soul Gem that's inside the Eye of Agamotto, it's the Time Gem. Feige talked about Doctor Strange manipulating probabilities, it being something like that, so people are thinking that might be more of a hat tip to time travel, but it's still open to interpretation. If they do the Time Gem during Doctor Strange, that means they'll have to do the Soul Gem in either Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or Thor Ragnarok, and it seems like Thor Ragnarok would be the better choice because of Odin's Vault. Based on what you guys have seen, the rumors you've heard, do you think that this is going to be the Time Gem or the Soul Gem? In case you guys haven't seen it, I just posted a new Deadpool teaser. You can click here to watch that, and you can click here for all my other Captain America Civil War videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.